Alright, time to talk about Slamboree, and to preface this, we're both tired as fuck right now because we watched this fucking thing on a different day from recording the podcast, and it's currently 3:56 a.m. for me right now, so
Jesus, 256 for me.
yeah.
Uh,
So we as we stated prior to this, we watched WCW Slamboree from 2000. This was Austin's idea, 100% his idea, and this was by far the worst pay-per-view the worst wrestling show I've ever seen in my entirety of watching wrestling since
well, first,
2009. This is the
first,
worst.
I need to talk about Mark Madden because I'm sorry. Fuck you, Mark Madden. Fuck you, you fat tub of lard KFC motherfucker. Go back to Dunkin' Donuts with Chris Jericho, you piece of shit.
So Slamboree took place in good old where Kansas City, Missouri. That's where this pay per view. Of course, the worst
I didn't
pay per
realize
view
this.
has to take place in Missouri of all
I didn't
places.
realize this, so don't even get fault me for that. I didn't realize until we started fucking watching, so don't even.
Oh well, Mark Madden was sure to shit on Missouri several times throughout the show.
Go
So
fuck yourself, Mark Madden.
he
Like
said people
continually,
in
go
Missouri
fuck
have no
yourself.
taste.
Go fuck yourself.
Oh.
You know what? You know what? I'm glad I have no taste, because you obviously fucking have with how much you fucking eat.
Oh my god. Well,
It's like you're fucking one bite away from a heart attack.
oh, this
One bite away
show.
from one fucking sniff away from heart failure.
Dude, this show was so bad. It started off with a match neither one of us knew was on the show. Oh, it was fucking it was Chris Candido versus somebody named The Artist. And we were like,
Prince
what?
IAK, I guess.
Yeah.
Apparently, it's the artist formerly known as Prince Ikea, and Sunny was with Chris Candido.
Yeah, but her name in WCW was Tammy, apparently.
I prefer Sunny. I'm
Fucking
sorry.
The Artist had some chick with him. I didn't pay attention to who she was. But
I don't
so
fucking know.
when The Artist came out, he had this like depressing ass like rap beat. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna actually play it right now so you guys can hear what I'm talking about because this theme song is something special. Honestly, I've never heard a theme like this. So here is The Artist theme. So this is what we hear at the beginning of the show, not knowing what we were getting into. This is all we fucking hear. And we're both sat there and we're like, what in the fuck is this? And this man comes out wearing a white dress shirt, dress pants, and dress shoes. That's what he wrestled in. That's what we heard, right?
See, keep in mind, this is the start of the show. We
Yeah.
had 10 matches, goddammit.
Not
10!
not a single match on this show was even good. Like not even
We had,
halfway
we had
decent.
10 fucking
Every match
matches.
had botches. There, uh,
Oh, every match had nut shots.
every match
Everyone.
had no rules. Every match had run-ins.
Most of them done by fucking Kevin Nash.
Kevin Nash did several run-ins on this show. Oh, this was so. Anyway, so Austin's sitting here telling me, right? He's like, dude, Chris Candido is a really good wrestler, and I saw botches. There was one spot. Man,
Okay.
there
If
was
he's not paired
so
with the artist, he's a good fucking wrestler. Okay.
like I think fucking who won this match? Was it Chris Candido?
It was Chris Candido.
Yeah, he won the match. The only other thing that happened was fucking Tammy got stripped of her dress, and oh, actually before the match happened, Tammy did a little promo about Missouri, and she said, what does she call Missouri?
That's
She was like,
the show me state.
yeah. So since you're from Missouri, Austin, what does that mean? What is
I don't
this?
fucking know. I don't
What
fucking
does the
know.
show me state mean? What the fuck?
I don't know. It definitely wasn't meaning what she meant.
uh, but yeah, the first match sucked. There was botches, and I'm pretty sure wasn't there a nut shot in the first match at some point.
Yes. There was a nut shot in every single match, Devon.
What was the second match? There was so much on this show, man.
Oh, I'm glad you asked. Terry Funk versus Norman Smiley and Ralphus.
Oh, dude, this was, I guess it was just a hardcore match. It was for the WCW Hardcore Championship,
This
and
is about the time where I just wanted to die.
so
Like
it
this,
starts.
this is...
It starts off with Terry Funk looking for Norman Smiley, and he's like, "Where the hell is Norman?" And he goes into the bathroom, and he walks in on somebody taking a shit, and he's like, "Norman," and then he's like, "Wait, you're not Norman?" And then Norman Smiley, dressed up in a baseball outfit, starts beating up Terry Funk, and then we see Ralphus dressed up like an umpire, and he's just standing there. And the commentators are like, "Oh, who's the mystery partner? Whoever the mystery partner is sucks because he's not even helping his partner." Because Ralphus wouldn't, like, when Norman Smiley was getting his ass whooped by Terry Funk, Ralphus would just stand there like he didn't know what to do.
Dude, the trash can shots that he was hitting. Oh my fucking god. I can't even preference how bad they were. It was like he wasn't even hitting. It was like he was just motioning of hitting a fucking trash can on somebody's head.
This was all over the place. And eventually, it wasn't a whole lot. It was just a mess. So eventually, Terry Funk brings Ralphus out to the arena and unmasks him, and then they're like, "Oh my God, it's Ralphus!" And then he like takes Ralphus's shirt off, and he goes to put Ralphus in the ring, and then Ralphus's pants start coming off, and it's just disgusting. And
And then I've looked this up. So I had to know what that move was called. The fucking Norman Smiley did, because it fucking made me cry inside. It's called the Big Wiggle.
oh God. So what he's talking about is so he had Terry Funk bent over. You can already see where this is going. So Norman Smiley goes behind Terry Funk and starts doing the big wiggle. Is that what you said?
That's what it's called.
Where he acts like he is fucking him from behind. And not only that, he gets Ralphus to do it. And then Ralphus gets hit with a fucking chair. And oh, this was so bad. Oh.
Terry Funk rolled up Norman Smiley for the 3. I don't fucking know.
It was so bad, man. It was so terrible.
Devin, I want to preference this really quick. I never, ever want to see the Big Wiggle again. I never want to see that again.
God. What was the third match? I can't even remember. Was it the Sean Stasiak match?
Oh, let me
I
fucking
think it
check.
was.
I gotta double check because it's on Wikipedia. Yeah, it's Sean. Here, I got something to play for that.
So this match was Shawn Stasiak versus the man who made this song. We also found out during the show that there's a music video for this.
We gotta like review that at some point. So I'm gonna actually say this right now. Apparently, Shawn Stasiak is just Mr. Perfect.
Yeah.
So he had Mr. Perfect's theme music. He was named the Perfect One, and he used the Perfect Plex.
And he wrestled Kurt Hennig.
Yeah.
So I don't know what this was.
And that's not the only fucking copycat on this show.
Mm-hmm.
To be completely honest, so
we'll get to that later in the Lex Luger match. Oh boy, the Lex Luger.
Oh,
match.
not Lex Luger, the total package. You gotta.
Oh yeah.
Say it right.
Yeah.
This match was shit. It was boring.
Every match was shit, man. Every single match.
I know. I was there too.
Every single match, like a couple of them started off okay, but then they would go downhill so fast. Like, also Austin said that this entire show was booked by Vince Russo. So
and everybody wonders why I hate that fucking man. Everybody wonders.
Well, Mr.
This is
Russo
why.
He made sure to be on this show quite a bit as well.
Oh yeah.
And we also found out that one Vince Russo, 5 months after the show, became WCW World Champion. So
next week, motherfucker.
Oh God.
And this was Devon's idea, so don't even get me started. It was not my idea to watch that fucking show.
I'm glad I picked this idea because this was rough to get through. It's like December to Dismember was so bad that it was funny, but this is just so bad that it's bad. Like I can't even explain to you how bad and how just dead this show was and how nonsensical everything was. Nothing made any sense. Which, by the way, we forgot to mention that in every single one of these matches so far, the referees were not doing countouts. They weren't doing rope breaks. In the Chris Candido match, I think it was, they fucked up the pin. So they had to redo that. They had to add a whole ending spot because the referee fucked up the pin. Oh.
Because, WCW. Why do DQs? It's not like anything matters.
Yeah.
Like, this whole show was just ECW. It was ECW light. That's exactly what this show was.
No.
But even then, I think ECW had some fucking DQs.
I don't know. I mean, it is ECW you're talking about, so. But
I mean, yeah, they did have Tommy Dreamer's wife get her neck broken. So.
Shawn Stasiak, or what was his name? The Perfect One. He won this match. The Perfect One. He won this match with a perfect plex on Mr. Perfect.
Why? I don't know.
No one knows, and no one ever will know, probably.
No. Because you know what he did in WWE after this?
Nothing.
Plain Stasiak.
Oh my fucking God. So, fuck, what was the next match? Was the next match the Scott Steiner one?
Yes.
So next match,
something enjoyable.
Oh, but before that we saw Scott Steiner backstage, and apparently he was, Vince Russo was trying to be all buddy-buddy with Scott Steiner.
Don't ruin this for me. Don't ruin the one thing that I actually somewhat didn't hate on this show. Okay?
Who the fuck did Scott Steiner wrestle? I don't even remember who it
Oh,
was.
oh, 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 Captain Huge
Oh
Erection, of
yeah, yeah,
course.
yeah, yeah. And we found out that this was the show where he transitioned from Hugh Morris to Captain. Oh my god, Captain Huge Erection.
Oh, let's
Oh.
not forget Chavo and his whoever he was fucking with
Hmm.
in the crowd.
Yeah, Chavo Guerrero was like dressed in this purple camo outfit, and he was with these other two guys, and one of them was dressed in a green camo outfit, and the other one was in an orange camo outfit. They had a bigger part in the show later, but oh god. So Scott Steiner came out with some women because you know he's Big Papa Pump. You know he does what Big Papa Pump does, and this match was a fucking mess. Scott Steiner is a fucking legend because he kept knocking the referees down. He didn't give a shit. He was telling the fans that they're. He was telling fans to shut the fuck up. He was telling the referee, "You suck. You're trash." He was throwing referees out of the ring. Scott Steiner did not give a flying fuck about this match. And
Oh, but
then
he sure did at the end.
so what we're talking about is so Hugh Morris or Captain Hugh G. Rection, whatever you want to call him, he goes up to the top rope, and one of the chicks that's with Scott Steiner is trying to get a distraction so Scott can move, and he does the moonsault at the top, right, and then he misses. Well, he does the moonsault off the top, and Scott goes to move, but he didn't move far enough, so Captain Erection's foot, he kicked the fuck out of the back of Scott Steiner's head. And Scott Steiner like immediately grabbed the back of his head. It looked nasty. Like it looked like Scott could have got like a concussion or something from that.
Yeah, it looked pretty fucking awful.
And then Scott Steiner just fucking put him in the Steiner recliner and he immediately tapped. And this it was just so bad. It wasn't Scott Steiner's fault, but it was just so bad. And then there was a run-in from somebody. I'm trying to remember. It was because Scott Steiner like took the referee out, and then he kept doing the fucking Steiner recliner, and then somebody came out.
Oh, it was Chavo,
Oh yeah, yeah,
and
yeah,
then
yeah. Because Chavo tried to get involved, and then his other two guys tried to get involved, and then here comes what they called the R&B security
and
team.
then fucking who was it? Fucking everybody started coming out. Sting and fucking Vampiro, Eric Bischoff, Ric Flair,
Oh,
Kevin
this is
Nash.
such a fucking mess. And then Scott
Everybody.
Steiner was just walking up the ramp like I don't know what the fuck is going on, but I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna go fuck these two bitches that I'm with.
Oh no! And then Booker T came out and kicked Scott
Oh
Steiner, and
yeah,
that's
yeah,
when
yeah,
his license.
yeah. Booker T is the one that broke the Steiner recliner. I forgot about that. This is a
Yeah.
fucking mess. And then fucking after this, I think was the Mike Awesome versus Canyon match.
Yeah.
And this match was something to behold.
Not
So,
even 2 minutes in, Mike Awesome hits a dive.
yeah, and then most of the match took place on the outside, which this was just a regular match, but once again, the no rules thing. It was none of these matches were listed as anything but regular one-on-one match, besides the main event and
The hardcore
the Terry
match.
Funk match. So this was a regular one-on-one match, but there was no countouts. However, there was no countouts, there was no DQs, no rope breaks. But however, I think uh, Mike Awesome was choking Canyon with like the camera cables. The referee made sure to do a cable break count for that though. I
Outside of
specifically
the
noted
ring.
that. Yep, twice. So it gets to one part where Mike Awesome he goes and do the power bomb on Chris Canyon, and he just fucking power bombs him on his neck.
Right on his fucking neck. He doesn't care. He
And
doesn't
then
care.
and then right after that, Mike Awesome's like, you know what? Fuck him. Goes to the outside and removes the padding from the floor. So he's planning on putting this man on the concrete. Thankfully, Canyon was able to get himself out of that situation.
but not thankfully, because then he gets Germaned right on his fucking neck again.
Yep. And then Mike Awesome goes to the outside again, but he goes to the other side of the ring by the stage, and then he starts ripping that floor mat up and exposing the concrete. And then he's about to hit the power bomb on Canyon from the stage to the concrete floor, and who the fuck came out?
Kevin Nash.
Was it Kevin Nash?
Pretty
He was
sure.
in so many fucking segments, I forget which one it was. I think it was Kevin.
No, it was everybody. Okay, so the last one was only Booker T and Chavo and stuff. This one was everybody.
Mm-hmm. This is
was
why I
this
said it
was
was
the
something to behold.
This was the clusterfuck.
So fucking Kevin Nash comes out, and Kevin Nash. So keep in mind, Kevin Nash starts punching Mike Awesome, and you're thinking, well, that should be a DQ, right? No. So they start fighting.
No.
Oh God, there was so much. Who came out after? Because I know
All
fucking...
the New Blood, all of the fucking Billionaires Club, what they were talking about.
Yeah, fucking
Lex Luger. Goddamn.
You mean the total package?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just don't give a fuck anymore.
Oh, and
this goddamn show.
And keep in mind, all these fucking people are brawling in the ring, and then who else comes out? The R&B security again.
Yeah, because they were useful last time.
This was such a clusterfuck. No one knew what was going on. In the midst of everybody brawling, the referee decides to ring the bell and names Canyon the winner. And it's just like, okay, well, Kevin Nash attacked Mike Awesome, so Mike Awesome should technically be the winner. But, alright. And this was so bad. It was so bad. And then fucking... after the New Blood and shit was out of the ring, like, fucking Flair and Sting and Nash and fucking, I don't even know, fucking, I think they were just all hugging, and we're like, why the fuck are they all hugging? And, it was such a bad segment. But lo and behold, there was more of the show after.
Actually, in that match, I legit told Devon, I'm getting something to drink. I can't fucking take this match. I was like, no, I can't fucking take it. Like,
it was so clusterfucky. Like, nobody knew what was going on. Every single, like, I'm pretty sure, one of these that's in the Sting match. Never mind. But, this is so bad. What was the next match after this one?
the next match was the total package with Miss Elizabeth versus Buff Bagwell.
This match was so fucking boring, dude. The promo package was terrible. The whole match was based around how Vince Russo owns Miss Elizabeth and how he took Miss Elizabeth away from the total package. And fucking Buff Bagwell is also a part of the New Blood. And
but let's just get to the ending because apparently the total package has a tag team partner named Chuck Palumbo, and they're the Packages. Now, Chuck Palumbo comes out after the total package wins because Miss Elizabeth helps him. He couldn't even win without a fucking, manager that managed fucking Macho Man, fucking goddamn helping him. So, no, but Chuck Palumbo comes out there, and you think he's gonna be celebrating with fucking goddamn the total package, but no. Buff Bagwell gets fucking Miss Elizabeth, and then they sit there and have fucking Chuck Palumbo sit there and do the torture rack on the total package. So now we have 2 copycat gimmicks, and we have a heel turn.
And they were calling him the new package as well. And then he went to WWE to do Billy and Chuck. And then later on a fucking biker gimmick.
You know, this fucking show could suck my package. That's what it could fucking do.
You chose to watch this show, man. This was your idea. Oh, what was next?
Oh, your favorite, Shane Douglas versus Ric Flair.
So, oh god, so, wait a minute, I'm trying to, oh god, because fucking Buff Bagwell was in another segment, Lex Luger was in another segment, I can't remember which order.
Oh, that's part of this, that's a part of this, that's part of this.
We have,
so, I know it because this is a lot more painful for me than it was for you. So, okay, so
Shane Douglas was saying that this match was going to be Ric Flair's retirement, and then Ric Flair comes out wearing fucking a dress shirt and dress pants with a belt. That's what he wrestled in. That's how you can tell Ric Flair didn't give a shit.
So this match was pretty fucking boring, and it ended with Fake Sting, who turned out to be somebody in a bit. We'll talk about him because I fucking hate him.
It wasn't Buff Bagwell out there too.
Yes, here I'm getting to it. So Shane Douglas rolls up in a small package and wins against Ric Flair. So
this is so awful.
Then Vince Russo comes out there and starts telling Ric Flair to suck it. And then a timer starts, and we're just like, what the fuck? It's a 5-minute timer for no fucking reason. And then the timer's gone for some reason. Yeah. I don't know why. But then Fake Sting, who unmasked, I know there was a Fake Sting at some point that didn't unmask or whatever, but Fake Sting who unmasked David Flair.
Yep.
David Flair.
Ay.
And then here comes Kevin Nash and Buff Bagwell and everybody fucking else. What is the show? What is the show?
Oh man! And then fucking, so Kevin Nash came out and he big booted David Flair because they were beating the crap out of Ric Flair. And then fucking Vince Russo was trying to act all tough. And, oh my fucking god! And then like for Buff Bagwell and whoever else was on stage, Lex Luger fucking came out and attacked them. And then fucking, so when it looked like Kevin Nash was about to jackknife Vince Russo, out of nowhere here comes Daphne, and she low blows Kevin Nash, and then Vince Russo hits Kevin Nash with a pipe, and not to mention in the last segment also Vince Russo took Miss Elizabeth as well. So there's a lot of Vince Russo on this show.
I hate it here.
Oh my fucking god. The only thing I will say that was good about this was Daphne's ass looked very, very nice. Rest in peace, Daphne, though.
Now we go to the shortest match of the night. Sting versus Vampiro.
The promo was so terrible. It was like in a fucking graveyard, and it was like some fucking like I don't even know.
I was telling fucking, Devon.
It was like it had like CDI type graphics, like it was bad, like some full motion video type shit.
I was telling Devon before Vampiro got signed to WCW. He did not know how to wrestle. He didn't know what a work was or anything.
Yeah.
And you could tell. You could very much tell.
Oh, also we forgot to mention something about the Shane Douglas match. Shane Douglas came out to funeral music for some reason.
Oh yeah.
I forgot to mention that.
I don't fucking know why. He's the franchise. I didn't know the franchise died.
Well, he died after this WCW run.
His career died.
Yeah. But so Vampiro comes out to a theme that doesn't even fit him, and so
If
he's
anything, Shane Douglas's theme fit him more.
yeah. So he comes out, and then Sting comes out, and it's like a big deal because Sting's one of the top people in WCW, whatever. And then while Sting is on stage, fucking Vampiro, he goes up to Sting on the stage, and he fucking tries to drop kick him. He misses the drop kick, and then Sting just starts beating the shit out of him. And so keep in mind they're both outside the ring. They don't ring the bell, obviously, because they're not in the ring yet. So they go in the ring, don't ring the bell, go back outside the ring, go back inside the ring, still don't ring the bell, go back outside again, get back in the ring and actually wrestle, and they never rang the bell. This was so bad, man. Oh, and Vampiro was botching too, man.
I have no words anymore.
And then the fucking, there was one spot where Sting power bombed him from the top rope, and the announcer, I think it was Mark Madden. He was like, that was
Yeah,
a dangerously high power bomb.
because Mark Madden is a fucking dumbass that shouldn't have been in the wrestling business because he's a fucking prick and he eats too much goddamn KFC and Dunkin' Donuts. And he should go hang out with Chris Jericho. They'll have a fucking great time.
So the the way this ended was fucking. So Sting hits a Scorpion Death Drop, and he gets back up, and he was like, "No, I'm not done." And he hits a second Scorpion Death Drop, and then I think that was it after that, and it was just kind of like, "Oh, it's over." Like, this was so fucking bad.
Next was Hulk Hogan versus Billy Kidman. Why? Because.
Oh, this is the match where Mark Madden, like, he was talking about the people. There's people like cheer. I think people were cheering Hogan or something, and Mark Madden was like talking shit about Missouri, and he was like, people in Missouri have no taste, and Austin got so pissed at Mark Madden.
I was already pissed off at Mark Madden the entire fucking show because I don't like Mark Madden. I fucking hate Mark Madden. I would rather Excalibur on the fucking commentary team than goddamn Mark Madden. That's saying something.
Yeah.
I hate Mark Madden. Oh, I fucking hate that prick.
Oh my god.
Shrimp dick motherfucker.
So first of all, Billy Kidman comes out with Tori Wilson. And keep in mind, Eric Bischoff is the special guest referee of this match. Because apparently he's also part of the New Blood, and Billy Kidman is also part of the New Blood. I guess everybody is part of. At this point, I don't like. Was there more people in NWO or the New Blood at this point?
I don't know. I genuinely don't know.
But so he comes out with Tori Wilson, and the only thing I was really paying attention to was Tori Wilson because she's attractive as fuck. But then this. I can't explain the song. It went something like "Born in the USA." It was something like that. So Hulk Hogan comes out, but it wasn't just Hulk Hogan. What was the guy's name? What Hogan?
Horace Hogan.
Oris
His
Hogan,
cousin.
which is Hulk Hogan's cousin, comes out with them, and Hulk Hogan was the face in this match, and the people were cheering Hulk Hogan. He was over. And this was the Hulk. You could tell this was the Hulk Hogan that didn't give a shit at this point. And so he comes out and he's wearing like black pants. He's wearing like black skinny jeans. He has like his Hulkster weight belt on, while having a belt on underneath, and then he's wearing like a biker jacket type thing with some like four letters on the back. I don't know what it was. And then Horace Hogan,
I
after
think
getting in
this
the
is it.
ring, leaves.
This it. Yeah, this is
Yep.
it.
I can hear the Hulk Hogan riff in there. Mm, 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 mm.
Oh god.
It was so bad. So Hogan and Billy Kidman. I mean, obviously it wasn't great because Hogan didn't give a shit. Also, Hogan is massive compared to Billy Kidman, and apparently Austin told me that prior to this, Billy Kidman beat Hulk Hogan 3 times. Apparently,
Yeah.
so oh, so much happened in this match, but at this point, I couldn't be bothered to have pay attention anymore. But so the stuff I remember from the match, Hulk Hogan kept throwing Billy Kidman, like fucking throwing him, and then uh, like Eric Bischoff wasn't counting the pins for Hogan, obviously because he's the heel. Hulk Hogan was getting mad. Then there was a spot where Hulk Hogan brought 2 tables into the ring, and when he went to set the first one up, he busted the fucking leg off the table. So he had to lean the table up against the ropes, and he set the other table up, and then fucking or he tried to set it up, I think, and then Billy Kidman tried to set it up, and he couldn't get the fucking thing up, and Austin was getting pissed because he was like, Billy Kidman, that's not how you set up a fucking table. I have one of those fucking tables, and you had like you were getting so pissed at how they
Because
were trying to
it's
set the
not that
table
hard. It's not that hard.
up.
It's really not that hard. All you gotta do is lock the fucking legs in place. They couldn't get that down.
Yeah, so
I don't know what dementia fucking Hulk Hogan had that he couldn't get it fucking down. I don't know what crack cocaine Billy Kidman was on that he couldn't get it goddamn down. But I was so fucking done. This was the second to last match, and they couldn't even get a table up on the. Oh!
they probably got the cocaine from Tony Schiavone on the commentary table.
Dude, this fucking pay-per-view has pissed me off so goddamn much. It is 3:34 a.m. It is 3:34 a.m. for me. I am. Oh, I shouldn't be this heated. I shouldn't be this heated at this. I should be asleep. I
Remember,
should be
people
asleep.
in Missouri have no taste, Austin, according to Mark
Fuck you,
Madden.
Mark Madden. Fuck you, Mark Madden. Fuck you. Fuck you.
So
Fuck you.
there was one spot where Hogan he power bombed Eric Bischoff through one table, and then Hulk Hogan brought in another table, um, and set that up, and then Billy Kidman put Hulk Hogan on the table, and he tried to go for a splash, and Hogan moved, and Billy Kidman went through the table. Did they do anything with that third table? I don't remember. Like the one leaning against the ropes.
No.
I
No.
I couldn't remember if they did or
They
not.
didn't do shit with it. They didn't do shit.
Oh. So it got to a point where, like, Hulk Hogan wanted to do the leg drop, but Bischoff wouldn't let him. And then also Bischoff was like trying to hit Hogan with a chair, but ended up getting hit with the chair anyway. And then Bischoff was like knocked out. Hogan hit the leg drop, and then fucking somebody came out. Who the fuck came out? Was it Horace Hogan again? He came
Yeah.
out and he made Eric Bischoff do the 3 count, and Hulk Hogan won. And yay, Hulk Hogan and USA and whatever. And that's how that ended. And then we get to the main event.
You can go ahead and talk about this because I can't.
Oh, but first, Austin, we got more Vince Russo to talk about because there was there was another Kevin Nash segment where Kevin Nash was looking for Vince Russo because Vince Russo hit him with the pipe, and so Vince Russo was pretty much screwing everybody on the show, by the way. But Vince Russo was like running away from Kevin Nash because he's a pussy, and Kevin Nash was like walking around trying to find him. So Vince Russo goes out to the parking lot, and he just gives Miss Elizabeth to Lex Luger in the bus. And then Vince Russo fucking Grand Theft Autos a car from somebody and speeds out of the parking lot as Kevin Nash reaches the outside where Vince Russo is. So that happened right before the main event. Then we got an interview with Jeff Jarrett talking about, he called Mean Gene was doing some of the interviews and Mike Tenay was doing some of them, but he called Mean Gene a quote slap ass and a slap nuts. So do you know what either of those mean, Austin? Because I don't.
No. I could look up slap nuts in the Urban Dictionary if you want me to.
But Jeff Jarrett even had a shirt on that said slap nuts. There was also a promo with David Arquette as well, saying how he looked good in his red gear, pretty much. And basically the whole point of the main event, like DDP was telling him, like, he's like, let me fight Jeff Jarrett and take care of him, and then you help me get the title down or whatever, and you just don't do anything while I'm fighting.
Oh, it actually has a definition.
What is it?
An incompetent person, a real hoser, a person that needs an ass whooping, can also be said as slappy.
So is Vince Russo a slap nuts?
Yes. Oh, there's more.
Oh god.
Oh god. Okay. No. Okay. Never mind.
So. The main event was. I don't know if this was the first time they ever did it, but it was a triple cage match where the bottom looked like a Hell in a Cell, and then the second layer looked like a steel cage, kinda, and then the top layer was like a really small cage. So basically the aim of this, it was David Arquette versus DDP versus Jeff Jarrett for the WCW title inside the triple cage. What?
There's also a slap nut slut. It's also a thing.
Oh god. I'm glad you're laughing because you're the one that fucking put me through this show, you sick, twisted man.
I'm scared to see if I look up slap ass on Urban Dictionary. I'm scared.
Slap nuts must have been funny enough for fucking Jeff Jarrett to put it on a t-shirt, I guess, because it was on his t-shirt. Oh, also they had Michael Buffer do the introductions for this match.
A game similar to Tag, where a person who is it tries to unsuspiciously slap a player's ass as hard as they should.
You want to play slap ass, Austin?
No! What the fuck is... Okay.
So, they had Michael Buffer do the introductions, and by this point, I was getting so tired. I was like, fuck, man. Like, I don't know if I can make it through this match. There was like 20 minutes left, and so all three come out. David Arquette looks fucking ridiculous. So the match begins, and it's Jeff Jarrett tries to go for David Arquette, but DDP fights Jeff Jarrett, and they go through an all-out brawl. And within the first couple minutes, Jeff Jarrett's already bleeding because he gets thrown into the cage wall. They also had ladders because you had to utilize the ladders to climb from the first cage to the second cage. So what basically they had to do was take a ladder from the outside of the ring, bring it into the ring, set it up, and climb through the little hole in the roof of the first cage to go to the bottom of the second cage. So Jeff Jarrett and DDP were fighting over the ladder. David Arquette was just standing there. Also, he went for a splash on Jeff Jarrett and missed. Then he also got thrown into the cage by Jeff Jarrett, which Austin enjoyed very much. Then DDP and Jeff Jarrett climb up to the second cage, and this cage was so unsafe. The floor was like so loose, and at one point DDP tackled Jeff Jarrett into the wall, and the wall actually collapsed. And if they would have went further, they would have fell off the cage. Like they would have fell off the first cage like 20 feet down to the floor. That's how dangerous this was and unsafe it was. And Austin also told me that this match type was a Vince Russo idea as well. So,
who else would it be? Who else would it be at this point?
Austin said that they got this idea from a movie. Was that correct?
Ready to Rumble.
Oh, God.
We'll get to that someday.
So, after that, David Arquette decides to go to the second cage, and he goes from the second cage and climbs all the way to the third cage, and he's sitting on top. And he could just grab the title down, but he decides to sit there. So Jeff Jarrett and DDP keep going at it on the second cage. They did a whole bunch of moves that made it look like they were going to fall through the roof because it looked so unsafe. It looked like it was going to break at any moment. And they were hitting each other with trash cans and chairs. They called it I think Mark Madden called it the hardcore room, I think is what he dubbed it. There was also a table in there, and when they were setting this table up, the table was literally going through the floor. It looked so unsafe, and they couldn't even get it up. And then I believe DDP put Jeff Jarrett through the table, and it looked really bad.
I said yeah.
Oh. So then fucking for no reason, Mike Awesome comes out and starts attacking DDP, and then DDP hits him with a diamond cutter on the cage. This is all for no fucking reason. And so then Jeff Jarrett and DDP both race to climb to the top of the third cage, and also previously DDP had handed, because in the third cage there was guitars, so he handed David Arquette one of the guitars. But so DDP and Jeff Jarrett were climbing to get to the top of the third cage so one of them could grab the title, and it looked like David Arquette was going to hit Jeff Jarrett so DDP could win the title because that was their deal. But then, oh no, an unexpected heel turn, swerve, David Arquette hits DDP with the guitar, and Jeff Jarrett wins the WCW championship. And then Mike Awesome continues to attack DDP, and he goes to powerbomb, but oh my god, back from the dead, here comes Chris Kanyon, who, remember how we say he died earlier with the getting powerbombed on his neck and all that? Well, what Mike Awesome decides to do is he throws him off the fucking cage, and he lands on the stage and goes through the stage, so Kanyon died again. And then Jeff Jarrett, Mike Awesome, and David Arquette all celebrated on the very top cage. And that was WCW Slamboree 2000. Oh,
0 out of 0. 0 out
also,
of 5.
Mark Madden called David Arquette the greatest actor of all time. Don't forget he said that.
Mark Madden needs to be thrown out a window out of the Empire State onto spikes.
Jesus fucking Christ. Oh, this is the worst fucking show I've ever seen.
0 out of 5.
If this wasn't at fucking almost 5 a.m. now, and we had more energy, I'm sure Austin would be screaming his head off.
I would have.
I wish you guys could have heard Austin during us watching this show. Austin was livid. Austin was fucking livid. It was hilarious. This was so fucking bad. This show was 3 hours long. It felt like 6 hours. It was so fucking long. This show was worse than Monday Night Raw. That's how bad this was. This was awful. And several times throughout this show, when something completely fucking ridiculous would happen, Austin would start screaming, and he would say, "This is why WWF won. This is the reason. This show is the reason why WWF won." And in the Sting match, he was like, "Sting, you're the reason why WWF won." Oh my god. I've never seen such a terrible show.
I think I also said, like, this Sting, this is why Seth Rollins almost ended your career.
Yep. Oh my god, man. This show was something else. This was horrible. I also give it a 0 out of 5. This is the worst wrestling show I've ever watched. And now, from what Austin tells me, we're going to be watching a episode of WCW Nitro, specifically the one where Vince Russo won the world title.
This is the one you picked. Keep in mind.
I thought it was a pay-per-view, but you did your fucking research.
I did my research, because I'm not watching another pay-per-view of this fucking shit.
Well, they advertised on this show the Great American Bash, if you want to watch that.
I don't care. I don't care.
They also advertised a, what was it called? A Buff Daddy pennant, which is a Buff Bagwell flag that you could get exclusively if you bought this pay-per-view back in the day.
What a prize.
And this show was also sponsored by Western Union. They made sure to show the Western Union logo all over the place. So, yeah. That was...
Next week we got that episode of Nitro.
Mm-hmm. And that was WCW...
Oh, fucking no.
That was WCW Slamboree 2000. I hope you guys enjoyed that review, because we did not enjoy this show. This was awful to sit through. And at least next time we get to watch Vince Russo become world champion, so there's something to look forward to.
No. And
who knows,
whatever's
maybe
next
Goldberg
after that, I don't
show.
fucking know. No.
Who knows?
No.
We'll see you guys for that. And, yeah, that was Slamboree. Complete fucking garbage. And fuck WCW. And, yeah, is there anything else you want to say? Alright. Well, thank you guys for watching this review of Slamboree 2000. This was awful. It's 5 a.m. I'm going to bed, so back to the podcast where we have more energy. So, yeah. Fuck off. Back to the podcast. Austin loves Vince Russo.
No, I don't.
Austin loves Mark Madden and David Arquette.
No, I don't. No, I don't.
And remember, Missouri is the show me state, and they have no taste.
We have taste.
Back to the podcast.